I'm going to turn it over to the city attorney at this time.
Okay, thank you, Mayor. If you'll look at our agenda, item number 3, the zoning petition at 7277 Sorrel Court, going from residential office to residential multifamily. Mr. McClure is here. Are there any questions around the table on this zoning matter? You got one?
All right. Yes, we do. We have.
Come on up, Mr. McClure.
Thank you, Mayor. I do not have access to the system, so I can't look at what I was going to ask you, but there's a particular company that owns the property. I think it's listed as owner.
Yes, sir.
A realty company?
Yes, sir. Chuck McClure, 2301 Cartledge Road. I spoke with John with the city planning, Mr. John Renfro, this morning about that. I noted it, and it was a typo on his part. It should be Tiger Creek Development as opposed to the, I think it was Roman Real Estate LLC. That was just a typo on his part. But everything else is Tiger Creek Development.
Okay, and Tiger Creek Development is who?
That's David Erickson's company, Tiger
Okay.
Creek Development, Inc. We're the owner of the property.
So there's a Greyhawk as well?
There is Greyhawk, but it's not tied to this at all.
Okay.
Greyhawk's just the builder.
I just want to identify who was who.
Okay.
And also, you and I spoke about a buffer in the
Correct.
area. There's a creek, council, that borders this property, and what we had agreed to, one of the options is a 20-foot buffer, and since it's a creek and it requires a 25-foot buffer, I was going to make a proposal that a condition be added to increase from 20 feet to 25 feet along the buffer, and we've agreed that would.
Yes, sir. The clearing
That would be
limits were
okay.
established back in 2011 or whatnot when it was originally cleared.
Right.
So we have no intention of doing anything back there. It's set at 25 feet as is right now.
Okay, so I would make that in the form of a motion.
Okay, we have a motion and second. Is there discussion related to that? Or, sir, would you like to be heard on that particular motion?
No, ma'am?
Okay. All right. Seeing that there's no discussion, we'll call for the vote. All those in favor of the amendment, please state aye.
Aye.
Are there any opposed? Okay.
All right, that will be on, is that the 2 longer pieces, Councilor Allen? Which sides?
Thank you.
Or is that all 3 sides in the back?
I think that's the side that borders the creek.
Yes, sir.
Is
Is that just one?
whatever that,
Just one piece?
yes.
Okay. We'll get that in there. Any other questions around the table?
Doesn't appear to be at this time.
All right, does anybody in the audience want to be heard on this McClure petition, Tiger Creek? All right,
Thank you very
thank
much for
you. We'll
accommodating
vote
us.
on that now. I think it's maybe 3 weeks, November 13th. Is that the first November meeting?
Okay.
All right. Thank you very much for this.
Sure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Okay.
Mayor.
And now we'll turn it over to the city attorney for the rest of his agenda. Mr. Fay.
Okay, thank you, Mayor. Just a couple more items. Item 1, we need a vote on a rezoning at 1600 Blanchard Boulevard.
We've got a motion and second to approve item 1. All those in favor, please. Oh, excuse me. No, let's go to electronic voting. It's queued up, and you can record your votes electronically. We got one more. There we go.
That passes. Okay, the second item is the stiffer penalties and jail time on the 4th offense for violation of unauthorized accumulation of solid waste, junk, and stockpile materials. It's ready for a vote.
Got a motion and second. Is there any discussion related to this item? All right, seeing none, you may record your votes electronically. All right, and
All
it
right.
does pass.
Number 3, the McClure petition. We'll bring it next week on the consent agenda. Number 4, this is Mr. Mize, applicant at 9942, 9932 Veterans Parkway and the intersection of Gray Rock Road, going from GC and residential estate to general retail GC. Any questions around the table? Mr. Mize is here.
All right, none?
Anybody in the audience want to be heard? Okay. We will. Yeah, we'll put this on next week, consent agenda, 9 a.m. for a vote. Thank y'all.
Thank you.
Mayor, I've got one more add-on resolution. It's gone around the table. This would be a settlement between the city, the Georgia Department of Transportation, and JMP Family LLLP in the amount of $75,000 and other consideration.
We've got a motion and second for approval. Are there any questions related to this item? All right, seeing none, this one we'll have to take orally. All those in favor, please state aye. Are there any opposed?